Hello and welcome back to Murder Mystery Machine. Last time we started out the game and we are a new detective just out of the academy from looks of it, and we're working with some detective who doesn't really want to be with us, and we found we're on our first case about a politician who's been murdered, and we're trying to figure out the truth. And we're not very close yet. It's either his wife or a political enemy. So let's jump back in and see what's going on. Ooh. Why we got the video again? Can I skip this? Yes, let's skip this. We've already seen this. Okay. So, hopefully, this will remember where we were last at. I'm not sure. Cool, yes. So we've done scene 1 and 2 of this, the lamb and tiger. We went to his office and to the place of his murder, the residence. It took me a little bit more time to figure out what was going on with scene 2, so I got a B, but we got there in the end. So now we're going to go back to the residence, which I'm guessing we're going to talk to the wife. So let's see what's going on. Creepy music. I know you're not keen. No, let's start again. I know you're keen, but be gentle. The woman has just lost her husband. You can only learn so much at the academy. Okay, so let's not jump in with did you kill your husband? Flowers. Red roses. Interesting. There's nothing about that yet, but let's talk to the lady. Cece, thank you for taking the time to talk to me, Miss Daniels. I know this must be very difficult. Rosemary, I just want to know what happened, and for you to find those responsible. I promise that myself and Detective Houston will do everything in our power to make that happen. Thank you, Detective Clark. I have a few questions. Okay. Anything was taken? Was there any stealing? Do you know if... I don't know if you've had a chance to look around, but have you noticed anything missing? Any jewellery or... No, I don't think so. I suppose Frank interrupted them before they could take anything. But enemies. Do you know if Frank had any enemies? Anyone who would want to hurt him? No, but he seemed stressed recently, increasingly so. I asked him why, but he just put it down to work. Nice flowers. Do you know the governor personally? No, but it was nice of the governor's office to send them along. It means a lot to know how well thought of Frank was. His secretary mentioned that they weren't the best for friends. Did Frank ever mention any such hostility? No, not to me. Frank never spoke about work. After a while, you just stop asking. Frank was supposed to attend a ribbon-cutting event last night, but in the end he didn't go. Do you know why? He said he wasn't feeling up to it. By the time I went out, he still wasn't sure whether he was going or not. If only he had. Do you mind if I ask why you weren't planning on attending with him? Frank kept his work life to himself. It was rare that he'd invite me along. Where were you then? You said you went out. Where were you going? The theatre. Measure for Measure. Shakespeare. Nice. Did you go alone or...? Yes, I was alone. Not to sound rude, but do you always go to the theatre alone? If there's a show I want to see, and no one else to see it with. Do you mind if we take a brief look around? Be my guest. Okay, so quite a lot happened there. Nothing stole. Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. So it wasn't a botched robbery from the looks of it, because nothing was taken. If you killed someone, you're going to take stuff after you've killed them, right? Rosemary was alone in the theatre. I'm not really feeling anything right now here. I don't know where we stand after tonight, but I wanted to apologise for what I said. I know this is difficult for you. I know that you have a lot going on, and I know you have a responsibility to your marriage. What I won't apologise for is wanting you. I've felt this way for a long time, and whilst I understand it may have come as a surprise, I know you feel something for me too. I know you do. Is that enough for something? Anything? Only you know the answer to that. If you ever want to talk to me again, if you never want to talk to me again, I'll understand, but I had to tell you. And if nothing else, I hope you can forgive me for that. Best, Jack. P.S. I can spend more time with you than they ever will. Bonjour. A love letter. Okay. Oh, there's something on the desk. Okay, State Theatre. 2 tickets. I mean, that's just rookie, isn't it? If you're gonna take someone to the theatre and then lie about it, maybe don't keep the tickets. Oh, I like the pheasant. We actually just brought a stuffed pheasant for our house. It's a bit random, but... Oh, I didn't want to talk to Nate. While we're here, we should get some fresh eyes on the room. You never know what we might find. But be gentle, Frank's wife. She's likely still in shock about the whole situation. I want to go over here and look at this. Office party photo. Okay, there's a lot of links right now. And a lot to talk about Rosemary. Talk to Rosemary about. I've got a few more questions. Okay. Ask about the office party photo. This is a nice picture of Frank. That was taking the night. I think that was taken the night of he got elected. Can't speak. You seem very happy in it. Because I was told to. That's my role that night. Photo ops and local press. Frank was a wonderful man with noble goals, but he was selfish in his pursuits of them. If he had a mistress, I could cope. I could fight. But how do you fight an ideal? Righting wrongs of the world was Frank's priority, but just one time I wanted it to be me. Aww. Right. So neglect. So alone at the theatre. We can link this to. I'm gonna have to try moving this stuff around because in there, and then move the purchase 2 tickets up here as well. No. Do I need to hold for longer? There we go. Move this up here, just to the side. Oh, the analog stick's a little bit janky for this. There we go. And then link alone at the theatre with purchase 2 tickets. So that wasn't true. And maybe link Jack. Oops. With the purchase 2 tickets as well. Potentially. So she was having an affair, basically, right? Why can I not ask about the 2 tickets? Let's look around. Is there anything else I can look at? The love letter, there's the tickets, office photo, the flowers, and that is it. So we've done everything. So now we need to she was having an affair, basically, wasn't she? Jack. Do we know another Jack? Is like one of the governors. Jack? Where are the flowers? Governor Johnson. Jack Johnson, maybe? And then the unknown recipient be Rosemary Daniels. And then Nadine, I don't think has anything to do with it. The flowers. Maybe could be linked with neglect? No, they probably couldn't. Okay, I think I've got a new dialogue option. So let's try that. Ask about the affair. We found a receipt for 2 theatre tickets. Any idea as to why that would be? Perhaps they're from another show. They were for last night's performance of Measure for Measure. Oh, the second was for Frank, but he cancelled last minute for the ribbon cutting event. A ribbon cutting event was, in Nadine Rinapo's words, a big deal. I find it highly unlikely that Frank, or you, for that matter, would forget about it and make alternate plans. I'll ask you one more time, Mr. Daniels, and I advise that you think very carefully before trying to lie to me. Who was the second ticket for? I mean, it's not what you think. Why don't you tell me the truth and then let me worry about what I think? I wasn't alone. I lied. I was with a man. Another man. Let me guess. This other man, his name is Jack? And going by the letter, he's more than just a friend? Yes. But he is not involved in any way with Frank's death. I'm afraid he already is. He's a witness to your alibi, which is to say nothing about his potential motive. He had nothing to do with Frank's death. He was with me. All the more reason for me to confirm your alibi. What's his full name? Jack Livingston, detective. I'm not what you think I am. I'm not here to judge your personal life. I'm here to find out who killed your husband. Okay, damn. So it could potentially be Jack because of the affair. Or it could be Rosemary because of the neglect. But why was it neglect? How do we get rid of that blue question mark? I need something to link, meaning that I'm really stumped here. What would prove that she was neglected as a wife? Unless maybe it wasn't her, but like this seems like the most obvious. It definitely wasn't a botched robbery, that we can say for sure. There's nothing taken. It doesn't make any sense. Maybe the office party. Excuse me. Maybe the office party photo. Right, so I think the who could be Rosemary Daniels. or Jack. And the Y has to be the affair, right? Whoops. Let's see if that's correct. Yes. Yay, we did it. Smashed it with a detective rank of A. 4 items discovered, 10 evidence discovered. 3 out of 4 correct deductions. Uh-oh, we didn't do it completely correct. But we are getting closer to the truth. Which means we need to talk to this Jack guy. Nate, I'll call the theatre and confirm Miss Daniels was there. Get uniforms at Levingson's and find out if he really was, as Miss Daniels claims, with her all night. Sounds like a plan. Meantime, forensics have a partial on the handgun, partial print on the handgun. Tammy Mardone. Name doesn't mean anything to me. Nor me, but she's got previous as offence. My CI reckons he knows her. Gave this address of a bar she frequents. This CO of yours, he solid? As a rock. Okay. Cool. So we're... Ooh, what's this over here? I can sit at a deck chair. Getting comfortable. Nice. Just lounging around on my deck chair now. We're going to do one more scene, and then we're going to finish up this episode there. So what's the next scene going to be? And then by next episode, it will be the final scene from the looks of it. Dusk Till Dawn Bar, downtown, 7:30 p.m. We know we have her prints, but she has no previous for violence. There's more to this. Let's keep our cards close to our chest. Alright, let's have a little chat with the bartender. See what's happening. I have a feeling that lady leaning in the background is her. Looking for a woman. Tammy Marden. You know her? What's that? This about? It's about you answering the question. She's over there, in the blue. Wasn't so hard, was it? Bartender unfriendly. Oh, no, wrong person. Tammy Marden? Who's asking? Detective Clark, DCA. I don't know anything. You don't know what we're asking yet. I know what I know, and what I don't know, I can't help you. You can answer my questions here, or I can take you to the station. I'll be out in an hour. Yes, you will be, and people will wonder how. The bartender already knows we're talking to you. Ask your questions. Have you ever heard the name Frank Daniels? No. What would you say if I told you that Frank Daniels was murdered last night? I'd say I'm sorry to hear about that. Where were you last night? Here, till late. Ask about the gun. If you don't know anything about Frank or his murder, you probably don't know anything about the murder weapon, right? Right. Well, that was successful. No. Defensive and drinking alone at the bar. Right, let's talk to this guy. I said, no, sir. I don't want your money. Wait. What did I want? He is drunk. No point talking to him. However, this lady isn't. Got a second? I've got all the time in the world for a pretty girl like you. Stand down, miss. I'm DCA and I have some questions. Oh, I see. Sorry. What do you know about Tammy Marden? Not much. She's here a lot, mostly alone. I made a move one time because, you know, gotta try, right? Not that she was interested. Now I just avoid her, which is all good because I sometimes see her talking to people that I don't want to know. Why don't you want to know these people? Because they're shady, and some of the stuff they are involved in is hot. Is as hot as her. You feel me? Yes, I feel you. Thanks for your help. Okay. Known fence. Patron at the jukebox is talkative. Let's ask the bartender if her alibi holds up. What now? Ditch the attitude. What do you want? Was Tammy here last night? Yeah, she was here all night drinking. Okay, so that adds up. But then, can we trust him? Sounds like he's not exactly our biggest fan. Can you tell me anything about Tammy? Detective, there are two types of bar in the city. The kind you go to meet people and the kind you go to drink alone. This is the latter. She doesn't talk, I don't ask. You know what I'm saying? I think I've got everything I need. Right. Okay, so alibi is confirmed. So it definitely wasn't her if she was here all night. But is the alibi trustworthy? That link probably isn't worth anything actually. There's no question marks about them. Okay, now let's go talk to Tammy and see if there's anything else we can ask her now. No more questions. Is there anything I can look at around here? There's no like physical evidence from the looks of it around the place. So what do we do? She's a known fence. So, okay. Who? How do we confirm that she's a known fence? Don't have anything here. This is useless. So there's no way I can link the who right now with any of these, can I? Got a drunk guy, which is basically no point. We've got the person at the jukebox who didn't even get any of their names, which is probably not great detective work, who's talkative. I need to see if the barman is trustworthy. Did she ask anything? Sure I can't get you a drink? No, okay, so there's literally nothing happening there. So... bartender, don't really have anything to ask her, him even. Don't really have anything to ask Tammy. Let's go walk over here, see if there's anything over here. Oh, this bit is difficult. So it's gotta be... I wonder if Nate can help me out. Or do I need to do a hint? Go talk to Tammy. We need to know why her prints are all over the murder weapon. Or whether she actually shot Frank. So maybe... known fence. Tammy's prints can be linked with known fence. Does that open up? New dialogue opened. There you go. That probably should have been more obvious than it was to me. Okay. Tammy. Let's talk. The murder weapon that you don't know anything about, your prints are all over it. I don't believe you. Here's what I think. You're a known fence. You shop stolen goods. Maybe trade is down and you need to stock up. I don't do that anymore. You find a nice house in the suburbs. You wait until it's empty. You break in. I told you I was here last night. But you made a mistake. Someone else is in the house. You freak out. No, you got it all wrong. Things get out of hand. Before you know it, you've shot him. I didn't shoot anyone, I swear. Then why are all your prints over the gun that killed him? I have no idea. I was here last night. I don't even have a gun, so... Wait, was it a 9mm? Okay, I'll play along. Yes, it was. No, listen, please. A couple of nights ago, this guy reaches out, looking for a gun. He's offering cash for something quick. It's not usually my thing, but I figure I can turn it around and make a few bucks. That must be why my prints were on the gun. I had to handle it to sell it. Who did you sell the gun to? John Riley, I think his name is. You better do better than think if you want me to swallow this. I don't need you to swallow it, I can prove it. What? Did you get a receipt? Better, an address. Right. So John Riley sold the gun to John Riley. Yeah? 3 attempts remaining. Let's see if this one works. Oh, nice. A+. John Riley is our next suspect in this murder case. I need some coffee. Nadine Rinapo's alibi checks out. She was at home with her family, as she claimed. And Rosemary Daniels was at the theatre with Jack Livington. Bingo. At least we can rule her out of killing her husband directly. I guess being a bad wife doesn't necessarily make you a murderer. Yeah, being a murder victim doesn't make you a good husband. What do we do with Tammy? She's selling guns. What do you think we want to do? I want to arrest her. Think about it. We have her right between the devil and the deep blue sea here. She could be useful. It's your call. I think we can use her, probably, in future instances. We could probably use her, like, as a CI or something. So, I'm going to let her go. You're right, she's on our radar now, and she owes us. Well. What? You got a problem with my decision? Quite the opposite. I'm actually starting to like you, Cassandra. Excuse me. And that is where we are going to finish that episode. A lot has happened. Still no idea who the murderer is. It's all starting to take shape. But when we come back, we're going to do what looks like the final scene for this murder. So we might be able to figure it out right at the end. So let me know what you think. If you're enjoying this so far, I'm really enjoying it. I think it's got this really cool kind of like Sherlock-y sort of figuring out what's going on and making connections, which I'm not great at, but I'm enjoying it. So hopefully you are too. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you when I see you.